Today I want to get into Jung Kook talking about how he is a human being and needs respect. We also have to get into extremely homophobic things happening during a recent appearance he made. And then we have Jimin trending. So hey Dumplings, this is Dave. Decide hate or not, make sure to subscribe with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, hey Spilling Mug merch, and let's go. We need to jump into Jimin and a specific thing that he ended up trending over. Shoes. So what happened and why was he trending for that? Well, Big Hit dropped a video not too long ago that ended up resurfacing recently and getting people talking again. You might remember the dance practice video for NO. This is a great song and a very difficult dance routine. With any BTS song, the routine ends up being extremely difficult to recreate and even sometimes for BTS members to learn. However, they always nail it. Their routine is so good that even if they were to choose to not sing, you'd still be quite impressed with their dancing abilities alone, and that alone would still create a great show. Proof of this is just how many views their dance practices get, as we don't really hear on-performance vocals when they're doing this, and yet they still tend to get millions of views. Dance practice videos are very popular in Korea because to be a K-pop star, you simply can't just be a good singer, you also have to almost dance better than even some professional dancers. There should be no comments that say the backup dancer is better than the singer. And just in case you are not aware, dance practice videos are not really just practice videos. K-pop labels like to make it appear like it's just practice because it makes the idols look really good. If they're amazing in practice, then the fandom can share these videos and be like, look how good they are even just in practice, or I wish I looked this good practicing. And if the group happens to mess up during a practice video, it's excused because it's just practice. However, these practice videos are essentially the final product. They make sure it's perfect before they publish it, and it's literally going to be to the best of their ability. This is the performance you'd get if you went to see them live. The only difference is maybe their outfit. When they're live would be more for performance. During the NO dance practice, we see Jimin show up in comfy clothes, and there's a segment where he is literally dancing in slippers. Now, this ended up creating quite a storm on Korean Twitter. This is the same Twitter, just the Korean side of Twitter. And slippers ended up trending. Jimin is over here dancing like rent is due and in literal slippers. Look, I can barely walk in slippers sometimes, let alone run without them falling out. The fact that he is literally dancing in them, I don't know how he did that. Like, I probably would have just chosen to take the slippers off and just do it barefoot. I think that would have definitely been much easier for me. But nothing stops Jimin, and I guess when you're that talented, you can do the talent in anything. This is why when you see someone claiming that I can't do my job because of this and this and this, it's not that they can't, it's probably just that they're not talented enough. Like they say, a bad painter will blame the brush, or however it goes. The boys work really hard, and it's tough for a lot of people to see them get hate, and a lot of people wonder why. For example, in my experience, there's a ton of haters in K-pop, and hate rarely ever makes sense. There's YouTube channels that are extremely not problematic. I report on things that are dramatic, and you're about to see another dramatic one later, and I'm also a very dramatic person, but I never insult anyone. But I can understand some of the backlash I get. However, there's channels that literally just talk about current events without opinions and or just repost videos, and they get death threats as well. And that to me is very tough to understand. I can take the hate, this channel is not my entire life, you guys are, and I can connect with you guys on any platform if you want to. Either here, Patreon, Instagram, wherever. And other people, this is their life, so don't attack those K-pop channels. And these situations have gotten a lot worse. It's then of course tough to see BTS members get hate because they literally do nothing to prompt such hate comments towards them. They don't insult anyone and they're not in any scandal. But then you see a ton of people sending threats towards specific members, and it's like, why? I have a few theories as to why that might be. I don't think anyone hates BTS members. I just don't. There's no reason to. But similar to the way there's no reason for any specific person to hate K-pop in general, it's the same thing. People don't hate K-pop and people don't hate BTS. They hate these specific type of fans that come along with these things. When you insult a K-pop artist, some fans react the same as if you insult their mother. And among those same people, they might not even react the same if you did insult their mother. And so the priorities of these K-pop fans to the people from the outside of K-pop just don't make any sense. When someone insults an American celebrity, the most that the fandom might do is curse at you or block you. But if you see someone insult a K-pop star, you'll see fans writing a 50-paragraph essay and then threaten to insult you or just try to dox your address. There's a joke that exists when people will say that if they forget their address, they'll just insult a K-pop idol and someone will find it for them. So the hatred is not towards the idols themselves, but to the fandom. Same goes when someone just makes a video talking about K-pop. You'll see the fandoms try to do the most. Another theory is as to why it seems to be what has happened more recently with Big Hit posting BTS members' photos on their official Instagram account. This was fine and obviously not controversial, but then ARMY started to notice a severe increase in vomit emojis in the comments, specifically with members Jimin, Taeyang, and Jung Kook. People on Twitter then decided to tweet out about these comments and ask their fellow ARMYs to go and spam the comments with positive ones so the hate comments cannot be seen. So when you go to the post, you'll only see positive comments. So then of course, this begs the question, where did this hate come from and why? Well, after some digging, I was able to discover what happened. Well, apparently it was reported that Jimin, Taeyang, and Jung Kook decided to go ahead and attend one of Agust D's concerts, and they were originally spotted before they even entered, and then they were spotted again once the concert started. And Agust D pointed them out. All three of them seemed to have a good time and it was fine. But when the fans were recording the video, a viral clip came out where we see all of them hugging each other. So it seemed like they didn't all arrive at the same time. But I think Jimin and Jungkook came in together and then Taeyang came in after. I'm not entirely sure. But then people were upset. There were comments where you saw Jimin and Jungkook interacting, and then some of that part of the fandom came out. And by that part, I mean shippers. So a lot of Jimin shippers, Jikook shippers, and Taekook shippers all came out to attack each other and insulted the other member. So Jikook shippers would attack just V, and so that's why when you look, it's only those three members that were getting threats and vomit emojis on their post. And this is so stupid. Literally, what incited this violence on the internet was because all three of them decided to attend a concert together. And this is all over a ship or gay relationship that has never been confirmed by any of the members or the label. Like, some of these shippers actually want the other members dead because any of the ships there would be one member that obviously isn't a part of that ship, and those specific people that want the members to die as to not ruin the imaginary ship. So for example, some of the V and Jimin shippers want Jungkook dead because Jungkook would ruin V and Jimin's relationship. And this is absolutely crazy. People were taking moments where Taeyang was whispering to Jungkook and to say that it was them kissing, and then suddenly Jimin gets threats. And it was just a lot and extremely unnecessary and delusional. The fact that this is even something that is making people send threats, tell me this is not a dramatic situation for no reason. People were yelling homophobic slurs to not only Jungkook but to all three, and over a situation that simply did not happen. I wouldn't call these people necessarily sasaengs or stalkers because they're not stalking the members, but they are akgays, which are defined as people who only love one member of another idol group and they literally want the other members to die. And Taeyang has spoken about these people to ask ARMYs to love all BTS members, and that BTS is 7. That's where that comes from. Jungkook has also addressed dramatic situations like this before during a live stream, and more recently when he talked about the sasaeng following him to the gym situation. During this stream, Jungkook reminds everyone how that he is human too. This encompasses everything, not just him needing privacy for going to the gym, but asking alleged fans to not harm him. Harm is including invasion of privacy, but also including situations like this where people are sending vomit emojis or wishing another human being death, and over a situation that is not confirmed. Imagine if he were to look at these comments and really be completely unable to figure out why so many people want him gone, because it took me a couple hours to look into exactly why he was getting threats. I also want to say a bit of a note here about this type of quote-unquote cancel culture. I think canceling culture is necessary to a degree. It holds the people you watch accountable for their actions, but more than that, it lets people know what's not working, so they have to adjust and adapt. However, oftentimes, like I've just mentioned, these situations don't make any sense and there's no action to take. Is Jungkook to never see Taeyang again just so Jimin doesn't get hate? Like, what is the solution for that? But because these situations that make no sense happen so often, when a real situation that calls for being canceled happens, the idol won't be able to tell the difference and would likely assume it's the same unreasonable thing that they were quote-unquote canceled for before. So to spam someone's account with hate, you really should be using that ability sparingly. It really shouldn't be used for something like this. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.